Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Mariana's Coffee. Tonight on the Channel 2 News. A local man has been arrested for assault with a dangerous weapon. The weapon in question? A vehicle. Also tonight, the mayor's office is being sued by a construction company for nearly $40,000 in unpaid quarry fees. And more on erosion of backfilled areas on Route 36. Marianas Islands Nature Alliance gives a statement. In sports, Docomo and Joe Tin face off in a nail-biter close game. Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
What's the move? Kinda wild out. Catch a groove. She said, where you going? What's the move? Kinda wild out. Catch a groove. What's the move?
Let's go.
Oh, they're ready. When it comes to the good stuff,
Oh my goodness gracious.
they stay ready.
These are the two sauces.
Sweet and spicy jam.
And the mambo.
Look how that thing drizzle on there.
The way it's glistening, stop.
Oh my.
Sweet and spicy jam and mambo sauce are on the McDonald's menu for a limited time.
Oh my goodness.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Police have arrested a local man for assault with a dangerous weapon, namely his car. Police took 52-year-old Topias Simon into custody after an off-duty police officer witnessed him ramming into a victim with his automobile. The incident occurred in Coblerville over the weekend. The off-duty police officer said that they witnessed Simon hit the victim with his car, causing the victim to fly back several feet. Police say that when they arrived on scene, the victim appeared to be in shock and in pain, crying on a grassy area next to the vehicle. Simon was arrested at the scene. The victim refused to be transported to the hospital by EMS. Simon is being charged with assault with a dangerous weapon, assault and battery, and disturbing the peace. Judge Wesley Bogdan presided over the hearing and ordered Simon remain in custody of the DOC. Bail was set at $10,000. The public defender has been appointed to represent Simon, and a preliminary hearing has been set for November the 1st.
A lawsuit has been filed against the mayor's office by Construction and Materials Supply for close to $40,000 in unpaid quarry fees. Robert Torres and Oliver Manglonia are co-counsels representing CMS.
So they've been granted a permit to operate a quarry in Canatabla, and that permit was granted in 1996, but it's been extended and renewed all the way until this day by the Department of Public Lands. So as an obligation for CMS to operate the quarry in Canatabla, they're allowed to develop and run the quarry and to develop processed materials such as aggregates and base course materials.
Part of that lease includes a provision called public benefit, and according to the attorneys, that allows government agencies access to a fixed amount of material that can be used, just as the name implies, for the benefit of the public. The mayor uses these materials to help fix up roads and other projects, but CMS says there's a limit to this public benefit and there is a cost to producing and providing the material.
The mayor's office came to the quarry site and obtained actually more than the 100 cubic yards that were approved by DPL, and that's where we're at. We're requesting that the Saipan mayor's office pay for these materials in excess of the 100 cubic yards that they received from February through September of this year.
The first question is, what kind of materials did the mayor's office order and receive? Remember, just like any other customer, they order. So it had nothing to do with DPL. They ordered and received processed materials. The 3/8 aggregate, which is processed, you have to crush it and wash it, and manufactured sand. So this is not unprocessed, which is the base course, or cascao in Chamorro. And so they ordered these processed materials. That's not in the agreement. That's, you pay for that. Anybody, including the mayor's office, public works, you pay for that. That's not part of the community benefit.
The complaint says that the municipality of Saipan obtained 7.5 cubic yards of aggregate and over 1,300 cubic yards of base course materials, totaling in the amount of $36,905. CMS says that they have provided the municipality with monthly invoices that continue to be unpaid.
Nothing is free. These are businesses, legitimate, doing business, and CMS and any business really would be concerned about any customer, including a government agency, ordering materials and balking at paying, claiming it should be for free just because you're paying for public land. That kind of argument really would raise concerns that someone wouldn't pay for, staying in a hotel because it's on public land, or refusing to pay for the cost of services in any of our leased public lands, a golf course, because it's public land.
Overdue invoices are charged at 1.5% penalty per month plus attorney's fees and collection fees. CMS says that despite the monthly notices of its invoices, the Saipan municipality hasn't paid and continues to fail or refuses to pay each monthly invoice. As we previously reported, Mayor Camacho says that DPL has been refusing to provide his office with enough materials from the quarry to effectively fix damaged roads on Saipan. Mayor Camacho has presented a petition to have the head of DPL removed from her office, but the attorneys say it's just a contract, not a feud.
We do have that acknowledgement by the Saipan mayor's office that there is an obligation on their part to pay for these services. But due to the feud between DPL and the mayor's office, which is outside and does not have any bearing on any court of justice, that has no bearing on the obligations that they owe to CMS.
You might ask, how did it work with the last mayor and the mayor before that?
In the spirit of corporate responsibility, the companies, including CMS, have been cooperating with the prior mayor's offices. But it's a different animal when you're ordering processed materials. That's something that isn't free. And as you can see in our pleadings, CMS provided 120 cubic yards. And so it never was a problem, and it always was a benefit, and it was sufficient for what they needed. And simply beyond that, the mayor's office would pay for the materials that it orders that are beyond the benefit. So that's why CMS and perhaps the other quarry operators are a bit puzzled that if the mayor's office or any agency needs the resources of the Commonwealth, then they need to work that out, between them.
Channel 2 asked Mayor Ramon Camacho his thoughts on the CMS lawsuit.
This is a good case, for the community of Saipan or the cinema as a whole. Where do we stand on this public benefit? Because as a government, our mission is to serve the people. I have nothing against the quarry, okay? I have nothing against the people of the quarry. They're doing their job. But as a mayor that's servicing the people, especially repairing the road, that's my concern. Okay, the government financially is in question. So where are we gonna get the money to buy the coral to fix the road? So I think we gotta start using this public benefit, the resources that we have here in our island.
Fast, fun, and easy. That's how your home Wi-Fi should be. So start with an internet plan that fits your budget. Introducing your home Wi-Fi starter pack, also known as WISP. Enjoy up to 25 megabits per second for as low as $35 a month, plus a free router with your wireless subscription. That's hours of movies, games, social media, and more endless fun. Get your Wi-Fi starter pack today only at Docomo Pacific. Better together. Additional conditions may apply.
Get your goods here with care and attention with Micronesia Air Cargo Services. MAX is all about connections. Daily flights to and from Guam, 4 times a week to Rota, and bi-weekly flights to Tinian. We are connecting the Marianas. Perishable goods, Home Depot furniture and appliances, even live animals, operating since 2013. Check out our Thursday special to Rota from Guam and Saipan. Call Max at 670-288-6227. If it fits, we'll take it. At one of Saipan's beaches, this mother lays about 100 eggs under the cover of darkness. She hides her nest as best she can and then slowly makes her way back to the ocean. The eggs hatch and the babies head for the sea, where they will face a daily dose of danger. Just 1 in 1,000 will make it to adulthood. Those that do will one day lay their own eggs. Sea turtles are protected under CNMI law. If you see one that is stranded or if you see illegal activity, call the hotline at 287-8537. A new $12 million road could mean some unwanted and preventable environmental damage. The Route 36 project is almost complete. A couple of workers yesterday doing some odds and ends. But there is some concern over how this area that has been backfilled was installed and what is happening to it when it rains. Heavy rains send this soil straight down the hill into the ocean, and the organic matter can damage the coral and nearshore life. Is it preventable? There certainly is runoff in lots of places on island, but there are steps that can be taken to minimize damage. One product that can be used for erosion control is called jute mesh. It's an organic, flexible mesh used for seed establishment. It's biodegradable and has a lifespan of 1 to 2 years. Other products are erosion control blankets. These can be effective on steep slopes and also planting deep-rooted vegetation. This area here has been backfilled, but it appears to be eroding quickly. The road opened during rainy season. Sediment runoff is a problem, especially in the nearshore environment. Corals need sunlight to make energy. Soil in the water can stress them. GHD is the construction manager, R&V is the contractor, and Duenas and Associates provided design services. We have reached out for comment. Project cost about $12 million.
MENA has issued a response with their position on Route 36, saying the Mariana Islands Nature Alliance, or MENA, recognizes that the excessive sediment runoff resulting from the construction on Route 36 underscores the critical need for environmentally conscious development. While we acknowledge the importance of infrastructure projects, it is imperative that we prioritize sustainable, environmentally friendly practices to protect our fragile ecosystems. They continue by saying sediment runoff and plumes, such as those observed along Route 36, can have negative effects on coral reef health by smothering corals and inhibiting their growth. Healthy coral reefs are essential to our marine biodiversity and the well-being of our island community. They continue by saying MENA is dedicated to advocating for a harmonious balance between development and environmental conservation to safeguard our island's ecosystems. Stakeholders possess the opportunity to voice their concerns during public hearings held by regulatory agencies before the commencement of development. We strongly encourage heightened awareness regarding the significance of these public hearings, as they provide a powerful platform for the community to articulate their concerns. The history of Sugar King Park has its roots in sugarcane. Now, some sugarcane has roots of their own planted in the park. The Sugar King Park was built in memory of Haruji Matsue, a man who holds major historical significance for people in the CNMI. The nickname Sugar King was bestowed upon Matsue for his success in fueling the Commonwealth's economy through the agriculture and exportation of sugarcane in the 1930s. Matsue is also remembered for constructing the first and only railroad system in Saipan. Sugar King Park showcases the very train that transported the sugarcane to Saipan's then sugar mill. Although the history of the park is tied to sugarcane, for years there hasn't been any actual sugarcane plants at the park.
There's a region of sugar cane up there, and there's no sugar cane. So we're putting a sugar cane up there now.
That is until this morning when Mayor Camacho planted some, 3 rows of 14 plants.
We sprouted down at my office. Then now it's about 2 feet, 2.5 feet. So we're transplanting now to a permanent site.
The mayor's office is beautifying the park partly in preparation for the mayor of Katori, Japan, which is Saipan's sister city. Katori's mayor will be making a visit to Saipan this Friday. Camacho explains how cleaning up the park will benefit everybody.
We're trying to beautify the place. We have a visitor this coming. And not only just for the visitors, open for public, make sure that it's presentable. And it's one of an area for Japanese tourists to come in because, they have the monument here and the shrine for the Katori.
For 45 years, American Memorial Park has stood to educate visitors and locals alike on the history of the NMI. The park includes the Flag Memorial, amphitheater, tennis courts, museum, and more. Currently, the AMP Museum is only open 3 days a week. Lead park ranger Brooke Nevitt explains the change.
During COVID, we actually shut down for several months. I can't, it's all a blur now. But we shut down entirely for several months. And tourism has dropped significantly, and so right now we're open to the public on Tuesday, Fridays, and Saturdays from 9 to 4. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, we are available by appointment, and those are the days we also try to do all of our field trips and evening programs. We do a lot of evening events in our theater.
Nevitz says that because visitation is low, it's unclear when the door will be open 5 days a week again.
It's in discussion right now. We don't have any set dates yet, but it's definitely something that we've been talking about. Visitation is still very low. Our busiest times are when our schools are coming out, but an average day, it varies. But our visitation in the door is still quite a bit reduced from what it was pre-COVID.
AMP just kicked off their Open Outdoors for Kids program. Nevitt shares more details about the program.
That's a national program sponsored by the National Park Foundation. And it allows us to bring all the 4th graders on Saipan to the park. We provide busing. And it's a three-tier program. So we go to the schools with a ranger, introduce ourselves, introduce the park, talk about the history, bring the kids here on a field trip. Then we go on a field trip outside of the park to a historical site in their community. So depending on where their school is, we'll go to a World War II site that's kind of closer to their school, to their community, to their village. And then we do an after activity where we reflect on what they learned and their experience.
The program is funded through the National Park Foundation. Nevitt says that this year the program is different from previous years.
This year is particularly exciting because this is the first, for the past several years we've been able to go to Tinian and Rhoda and bring the park to them. But this year we're going to be able to bring Tinian 4th graders to Saipan, to American Memorial Park. And it's a pilot, and so we're hoping if it's a success then we can do the same thing with Rhoda next year. But we're really excited about that.
Not all of the programs are targeted towards children, though. Nevitt shares some examples of programs that are geared more towards adults.
Next Friday, October 27th, is the annual In Memoriam ceremony where it's hosted by the Municipal Council, the Saipan Municipal Council. And it is a ceremony, it starts at 4:00 p.m. on Friday, October 27th, and it honors the Chamorros and Carolinians who died during the war. So there's over 900 names on the Marinas Memorial, and that ceremony is to honor and remember them. And so that's a big event that we are very proud to participate in every year. Veterans Day is coming up. Memorial Day is a big event for us. We also recently wrapped up an oral history project. We wrapped up one and we're starting a new one where we're collecting stories and memories of World War II survivors. We also have a Fish and Feathers program. The community is welcome to come in on the days we're open, and if you want to check out binoculars and a bird book, you can take binoculars out into the park, explore and go birding, and identify the birds with the book. We also have fishing gear available to check out for the community. So you can come in, get a 20-minute briefing, and check out either a rod and reel and a tackle box or a taladza, a throw net. And so they need to be used on park grounds and during our hours of operation, but those are available to the community. It's free, and we encourage everybody to come in and take advantage of them.
The exhibits in the museum don't change, but they do often hold pop-up exhibits to educate on a specific topic. Recently, they held a pop-up exhibit focused on World Peace Day, in which participants folded paper cranes that were then sent to the Children's Peace Memorial in Hiroshima, Japan. Nevitz says that although the exhibit stays the same, there is still plenty of information to be gleaned.
You know, I've worked here for 7 years, and every time I walk through our exhibit, I learn something new. It's full of so much information. And so you can spend 5 minutes on our exhibit, or you can spend a day in our exhibit. And there's just so much that you can gain from it if you take the time.
Premium office space is available now at the Hermosa Vista Business Park on Capitol Hill. Features include dedicated parking, fast internet, backup power, good water, and natural light throughout to go along with the very best views on Saipan. So don't settle for space when you can get peace and peace of mind. Call Hermosa Vista today at 670-483-4750 or email hvsaipan@gmail.com.
Hi, I'm Dre, one of the personal trainers here at Goats Gym, and today we're going to go over the kettlebell deadlift. Fantastic exercise to build overall strength, particularly in the legs and hips. Remember, we want to make sure that our setup is in good position. If you set up in a bad position, it's not going to look good, and it's certainly not going to feel good. So a common error setup is obviously a rounded upper back. 2 simple ways of correcting that. All I'm gonna have Vince do here is extend his arms up here, and all he's gonna do is think about reaching long and pushing his hips back. Reach long and push your hips back. So as you can see, he's already in good position. Now all he's gonna do is grab that kettlebell. He's got tension in his legs and in his back. All he's gonna do is just stand up tall, finish with his glutes.
Buenas sports fans.
Jotin and Docomo had a close matchup last night in Game 37 of the Business League tournament. Jotin rounded off the first quarter with a tough lead, scoring 27 points to Docomo's 14. Jotin's coach said that the opposing team's player, Shane DeLeon Guerrero, could bridge the gap.
We gotta just stop the fast break, and Shane is a good shooter, Pete is a good defender, plus Shane, he can take the ball inside.
Gotcha. What's your guys' strategy for this game?
Well, we just gotta play full court press.
So would you say you're playing offensive or defensive?
We're gonna play defense.
Defense.
Defense makes offense.
Gotcha. Do you think you're gonna carry this momentum through the rest of the game?
We're gonna try.
The second quarter saw Docomo making a comeback and ending the period with a score of 36 to Jotin's 39. Shane DeLeon Guerrero is one of Docomo's top players. We asked him what goes through his mind when he's on the court.
Honestly, there's not much going through my mind. It's all, mentality. It's all just reactions that come to me while I'm in the game. It's just like last minute, thoughts that come in, and it just happens like that. If I am open, I'll try to get it and put it in.
Docomo fought for the comeback, but they came to a bit of a stalemate with Jotin. In the third quarter, Jotin and Docomo both scored 21 points. In the following period, they both scored 19 points. This means Jotin won the game, leading by 3 from the second quarter all the way to the fourth quarter. Jotin won with a score of 79 to Docomo's 76.
Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
One of the best addresses in Saipan has office space available now, right in the heart of things. The Marianas Business Plaza offers reasonable rates and can help build to suit your needs. You'll love the central location, just 15 minutes from the airport and 10 minutes from Garapan. Ample and covered parking keeps your vehicle close and protected. 2 restaurants for easy access, lunch, dinner and business meetings. Building security and 24-hour access to your office. Backup generators, so you can run your business in all weather. And 3 elevators mean easy and convenient access. It's the address in Saipan, the Marianas Business Plaza.
Taking a look at our weather, tonight partly cloudy with isolated showers. Light and variable winds this evening with lows around 77 and a 10% chance of showers. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with isolated showers. Light and variable winds, highs near 89 and a 10% chance of showers. Thursday night and Friday, partly cloudy with isolated showers. Lows around 76 with highs near 89. Light and variable winds are expected as well as a 20% chance of showers. Low tide this evening will be 0.9 feet at 11:25 p.m. before going up to 1.9 feet at 5:09 a.m. tomorrow morning. Low tide tomorrow will be 0.3 feet at 11:19 a.m. tomorrow morning.